there, and welcome to another episode of Mixed. We are back in the Mile High City, or just outside of it, in Longmont, Colorado, for another VipCon, or as we know here on Google+, a Hurl. We're sponsored today by Spring 44, and we've brought to you a lot of their great spirits. As you know on Mixed, we take 3 of the internet's best recipes, and today they're all created by mixologist master Sean Kenyon. We're going to take those 3 recipes, mix them all up, duke it out, and our wonderful guests are going to tell us which one reigns supreme. Wow, that's fantastic. So the 3 drinks that we are making today for you are the VIP tea. I love that, for the VipCon, inspired, that's the word I'm looking for, inspired by it, as well as high honey beer, because another one of our sponsors is Breckenridge Brewery. We would like to thank them. So we created a bunch of drinks this entire week that have to do with booze, beer, and wine. We'll talk about Sip Certified, another one of our sponsors, later in one of the shows. The last drink is a peach punch that has my namesake. It's the Hermine Peach Punch, and we're going to bring those 3 to you right now. So for the VIP tea, we're going to start off, and it's just 6 ingredients, and they include gin. Now, Spring 44 has a pretty solid line, and you can go on to the source, which is spring44.com, and check out all their information on what their products are. But we're going to stick to this gin. It is a little less intense, and for all of those that aren't the gin, like, let's just say enthusiasts that like to drink, as much as the Old Tom's gin. So this one has a little kick to it, and I just want to note it that it's out there, but we're actually not going to use it for the drinks today, and we're going to stick with the standard gin. And I should say, I say standard, but there's nothing standard about what we're pouring here today. The reason we are choosing every one of our sponsors and their products is because this Hurl is all about farm to table and things that come from the source. This one comes from Loveland, Colorado, just outside, and all the water is artesian spring water at 9,000 feet above sea level. So you can't even get this water, as it's owned by the company, and it is what makes these spirits so fantastic. They also do a couple types of vodka. We have a regular vodka, but for this recipe, we're going to go with their honey vodka. It's awesome. And tell you the truth, I'm actually just going to take a swig of it really quick here, straight. And yes, I went off camera because it's fun, and this is one of my favorite drinks in the entire world. And what would a mix show be without drinking? That's awesome. It is so smooth. I absolutely love it. So anyway, we have those 2 things going on, and we are going to take, because we have so many people that are joining us today, we're not going to make a single glass. We're going to make pictures, big drinks today. And they start off with, let's take the gin, and we're going to take 10 ounces. So we just cup is 8, and we always do a pirate's pour here anyway, so it's always just a little bit more.
Speaking of pirates, we have Richard Wooding all the way from South Africa who's joining us in the hangout. Richard.
And we love ours, you know, it's probably close to 12 ounces, but there we go. And the recipe calls for these great mint leaves in this VIP tea. It's fresh right out of our garden, right outside of the house. So we just kind of put the sprigs in there, dump them in, and we're going to mush them up a little bit just to get some of those juices flowing. So you guys can see this. It's just awesome, and I'm starting to feel that honey vodka, and I'm starting to feel good. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take the same amount of the honey vodka, now that we have the gin, and this smells amazing. If there was a smell of fresh, it would be Spring 44 gin and the wonderful mint leaves. And these are actually chocolate mint leaves is what's growing on the side of my house. And you know how mint is, it just spreads. So we're always thankful for it in the spring, but then there's times where you just always want to cut back. Then we're going to do, we have 15 ounces, so we'll just take 2 cups of sweet tea. Oh, this is such a slow pour. We need something faster. I need some sound effects, people. Oh no, I almost felt that whole thing on the floor. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Oh my gosh.
Gloop, 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 gloop.
There you
There we
go.
go. That's close to 15 ounces, and we're just going to give just a little bit more. Just
For good measure. Pirates pour again.
For a good measure. And then they say a cup of Cointreau or any type of orange liqueur. We're going today with Patron. They do orange liqueur. And so we stepped up our game, actually, and got...
Look.
So good. There's nothing quite like it. That is badass. Okay, a little bit of that. Can you believe how much liquor is going into this? And then we do the lemon juice.
Salivating. That's what
Oh my gosh. Now the lemon juice, we actually fresh squeezed this right before, and then we stuck it in the fridge for a little bit. But you want to shake it up so the pulp gets mixed in, and we're only going to do another 8 ounces of this. And because I'm really starting to feel that honey vodka, which is pitiful, I'm going to pour it with my right hand and pour it again with my right hand. All right, here we go. I hope that was the lemon. It was the lemon. Good. And then we already added the mint leaves, so we're set. We're going to mix this, put it over ice for our taste testers, and they're going to have a slam in time drinking. What was that? That has to be like 20 ounces.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
share
we
with
have
her.
people
20
coming.
ounces, yeah.
We have people here and we have people coming, so it'll.
But this is going to kill somebody with that much liquor. I'm
Well,
like,
nobody's
I'm so excited
nobody's
to try it.
driving. Nobody's
Okay, that's
driving.
true. Nobody's
because
driving.
This
We're
is
not having any of that.
this is the Hurl
We'll
House.
be gone before anyone else gets here.
Right. Okay, so we're going to quickly rinse, and we're going to keep going with it. So for drink number 2, which is the high honey beer, it's great because there's only three ingredients. And it starts off with the honey vodka, again, coming back to our rescue. I'll actually move some of this stuff out of the way. And then we have Breck Brew and fresh lemon juice. So it's that simple. So let's bring it over. I hope this picture is big enough. I didn't think through this entire thing entirely. So what we have is we have 20 ounces of honey vodka. Oh my gosh. I might have to open a second one.
There's Beachigo.
Beachigo, bringing it in.
Honey?
Oh, the honey vodka.
Yeah.
Would you mind opening it up for me, darling?
Sure.
All right, we're about like
That's Hurla Beachigo from Philadelphia. He came all the way from Philly.
14 ounces.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. This makes 16. What did I say, 20?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's about half of this. And we just went for a little more because that's what we do. All right, and then, oh my gosh, 40 ounces of beer.
Okay, Breckenridge, what we're using
This
there, Hermine?
we are using, we need a bigger picture.
Avalanche, my favorite.
This is awesome. It's an amber style ale. It's very light, but it has still, you can taste some of the flavors. I think it's, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour some of this out because we won't need it all. It's not hoppy, but it definitely, you can taste, I mean, it has a wonderful blend. Its tonality is pretty even. And I'm not the biggest beer aficionado. I just know what's good, and this is great. So I'm going to hand these to you. And in the meantime, I am going to look around for what we can use for a bigger picture. And we're actually just going to go ahead and use this one. It's supposed to be for my signature drink. But you know what? That's okay. And make sure, can you rinse that one out properly? Thank you. We're going to pour, wait. That's my drink out of it. We're going to pour this one in here. Have fun with it. All right. Bad boy. That's about 40 ounces. Rock on. And then lastly, a cup of the lemon juice. And we're going to put this all over ice in a minute. So it'll be fantastic. I was going to say orgasmic. I did just say that. I said that out loud.
That's live.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you want to hold your tongue. But you know what? And we're going to serve this one with a lemon wedge here in a minute. But that is gonna go right here. And if I could get you just to rinse off my toasted spoon and hand you that one. Thank you. Alrighty. And lastly,
Bechego is working for his drink.
he is definitely. And I'm gonna keep drinking.
Earning that.
We're gonna be in trouble on this one too. All right, 8 ounces of.
Well, you could just have it. Have everything. You know, just instead of 8, do 4.
Yeah, because I'm not buzzed.
Yeah.
You have to say about math in public, right?
Right.
Clearly, this honey vodka can double as a truth serum.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you need help, math, I can help.
Oh, I almost said something. But we are live.
I just want to say one thing. Somebody in the chat, in the comments. Tim Longwell. Tim, sorry about the applause feature. I totally forgot to turn it off, and please bear with us. Okay? Thank you.
All right, now lemonade. I have a little trick for lemonade.
Mm.
What we do is we take the frozen stuff, and you can then make it, but what we do is, this is calling for 20 ounces. We're just going to put in a smidgen of it, and then we'll add a little bit of water in closer to the end. So that's how you can get, something that's fairly consistent and not have to make a million different drinks. So that's what we do with this one, and we're going to mix it up. And lastly, we add a cup of peaches. But before I add a cup of peaches, can I get some water? Wait, it's cheap. There we go. We just add that to the lemonade. We're making water. We're having fun with it. And that is just about a wrap. So we're making all these drinks. I'm going to pour them over ice and get them garnished correctly. So for this one, I'm going to go in reverse. Here, I'm going to take a few of the peaches. I'm going to put them at the bottom of a cup. And I'm just going to pour over a little bit of ice. You guys will be drinking it in a minute, so I need you front and center, please, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Front
Yeah,
and center.
right, front and center. I need
Look
you
at
to tell
them,
me
look at
what's
them.
up.
Last time I went
Actually,
center,
yeah, just stay front and right.
Right.
All right, these are the rest of the hurlers.
Let's hear some of the hurlers here this year, having fun, telling us what is definitely up. And you guys, it's cool. You can just drink from one glass because we're fun. And this is, my gosh, I can't imagine the liquor in this one. I can't wait. And I want to taste too, so I get the last taste.
So how about some introductions of the
tiebreakers.
tasters?
Yeah. Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Please introduce. Starting with the FBI guy.
Yeah.
Undercover.
TC Johnson.
Good to see you, Thies.
What's up? I'm Nate. I live on Google Plus.
Blackrock Holmes.
And Bechego.
Lechego!
Bechego.
All right, so I'm just going to pass down drink number 1. And you know what? You're supposed to, neutralize your palate with milk in between.
Milk.
These guys don't look like milk
Milk.
drinkers.
Look,
So
no,
this
this
is
is-
number 3. This is the peach punch.
Peach
Hermine peach.
Armin's Peach Punch.
The
There you
newest
go.
one?
Okay.
Most recent one, maybe?
3.
Yeah.
Yes, most recent one made.
Nice.
Are we going like, are we all doing it? Or am I
Yeah,
doing it?
you're taking a sip and you're passing it down.
Oh, I the drink pass.
The drink equivalent of
Okay.
Puff Up Pass.
Puff up pass.
The liquid equivalent of that. Oh, could you spit in a little more? Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I couldn't taste any liquor in it, which
You're
is very
kidding.
dangerous.
I
That's
cannot taste
scary.
any liquor.
Very
You saw how much I put in there.
Yeah.
Which one is this? It's a
This is number 2, which is the
lemon beer,
Um,
honey beer.
I can taste the lemon more than
honey high beer.
Honey high beer.
High honey beer. High. 'Cause
High,
we're
little
really
high.
high.
Honey beer.
You can't
You
wow,
can taste
anything.
anything. This is what's awesome about 344. Oh.
Okay, that one's got some liquor in it, for sure.
They all have liquor.
But you can taste
Wait,
it.
sorry,
You can
okay.
taste.
I'm coming back.
This is the second one, Nate? That's
So
incredible.
that's the
This is
high
fruit
honey
punch.
That's
beer.
incredible.
Yeah,
That's
there's no
incredible.
liquor. You forgot the liquor.
You totally
I
forgot
didn't
about
put
that.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, out of all the honey vodka you use, I can totally taste the honey. I can't taste any
anything
vodka.
else.
No.
Well, that is what's so great about these spirits as well. The honey comes from Colorado. It's actual honey. There's no artificial flavors on any of this stuff. And you can definitely
The first
taste
one was
it.
the peach punch, and then that second one was the
High
Micro.
honey.
What's the first one?
The
The first
first
one you
one,
made. The first one you made.
this is the first one I
Yeah,
made.
what is
Jiggle.
This is VIPT.
VIP.
I can't taste the liquor in this either, you guys. What do you?
I can taste the.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you can, Donnie can taste.
very citrusy.
Ben.
Very citrus.
Yeah.
Come, Bechego. Vámonos.
Vámonos, vámonos.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Okay, so we're trying the VIPT.
Mm.
Now,
Citrusy, very citrusy. Yeah.
Very citrusy.
a little too citrusy on this
Needs
one.
more tea.
You're right. I would choose a different type of tea
Mhm.
on this one, like more of a Lipton-y,
Yeah.
raspberry. You know what? We're going to save this one. Give me one more second. We are going to just try a little bit of different type. We use Tea-Bana teas, which are great. We brewed them ourselves. And now we have,
Where's that fruit punch?
we're going to try some brisk in this bad boy.
There we
Where'd the
go.
fruit punch go?
Save it.
You got it.
He's
My
got
problem is the fruit punch.
So here's this is the one, which one? This one here?
It's
The lemon?
Almost
That one
as
right
sweet
there.
as Hermine.
Not quite. Almost.
Yeah, that one.
This is
Good
fast.
stuff.
And it was, which one was the?
He's not letting that go. You see
No,
that?
I'm
Yeah,
just, it's all mine.
While you get it together, I want to say hi out to Gretchen Williams, Tim Longwell,
Better.
Bill Meredith, JP,
That's amazing.
I heard the
JP
gulp.
Fishman,
You guys,
I can hear him.
Roxanne Davenport,
wait,
Okay,
winner
try
is-
this one
what's
again.
with that one?
The peach
Emily.
Try
Mine!
this
It's the winner!
Oh, sure.
Hermine's peach. I love John. I love
It's not bad, but
344.
that's so
This is-
so good by far.
This is the most dangerous. of all.
I completely agree.
You
Completely
could drink.
agree.
You could drink 5 of these in the space of about 30 minutes, not the whole thing,
And then
on the floor.
We're all about to.
we're all about to get on the flow.
I just want to say one thing though, folks, we are not driving anywhere.
Ever.
We are parked.
Ever.
He's
Just hanging out while driving down
Yeah.
the interstate.
Actually, the food is coming to us today.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna have fun tonight.
This is the beach punch.
I want the peach punch.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Ben, pass this on the camera.
Because that's the community beach punch.
I don't want the community.
Have everybody
This
spit.
one.
There you go.
Shit, the mint is. Excuse me.
That's
So that wraps up another episode of Mixed. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Check us out tomorrow when we mix up some new, great, fine, fantastic things. We'll be here all weekend, and we'll be drinking, loving it, and saying thank you to all. Have you. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Right.
Ciao.
Thanks,
Thanks
Richard.
for joining.
Thanks, everyone.
See you around.